Yo. 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 Yo, yo, yo. What are you doing, boys? Alright, we're picking up some more Shadows, Hunters, and Anchors. And then we will hop to packs. Big up. Andrew, what's up, buddy? Also, too, how much time do I have left on Xhaka? Oh, we got one day. I got to finish this tonight. You know what? Let's actually start with a game. Things you've never heard me say before. Let's start with the rivals. And then we'll do one later. Brian Broby. I need to get his inform now. I feel like that's going to be sick. I also need to do a defender evo. Probably going to spend 70 or 75k, whatever the center back one is, for big boy Dan Ballard. Actually, two birds, one stone. Let's get it upgraded right now. All right, so it's party in the back I'm looking at. Yeah, 2 days. Is it just play? Play, play, play. He gets left back and right back. Ooh. There's nothing to do. No XP. Good thing I'm not going for XP. Yeah. Could we do... Hume? No, because he can already play left back, right? We'll do Ballard. Look at this card, by the way. Is that sick? 4-star weak foot. Alright, we'll pop 75k into that. Perfect. Alright, we can do a third one as well, right? Brilliant dribbler. This action can't be performed because Evo's expired. Oh? Doesn't look expired. Should we do Chris Rigg for this one? That makes it look really crazy for 60k. We could. How about this one? Yes. This one. I think this is a much better cam. 4-star weak foot still, but it's 5-star skill moves. Beautiful. Alright, we have 6 days to get that one done. So we can decide if we want to do it or not. Is there any new ones I'm missing? Top scorer. Maybe chuck this one on. Barabi. Wait, no, I can do this on Barabi's inform probably if we wanted to. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll have these two be the ones we do, boys. Alright, if you're just getting here, welcome. We're about to hopefully finish Xhaka. We got 2 games left to play with them. We're going to get Ballard upgraded too. We got those 2 Evos going. We just have to play a game. So we're hopping to a Div Rivals. Hopefully it's not too sweaty. And then we're going to work towards 25 million coins and 1,000 crafting upgrades, boys. We're currently about 500 crafting upgrades. And we have millions upon millions upon millions of coins into Chem Styles. And we're going to keep buying out League SBCs. Doing League SBCs, opening packs. It's never ending. How you doing today, Andrew? What does he have? Desai. What is this team? Pina, man. You got 4.6 mil? What, just today?
Here's how the home side lines up.
Well, a diamond in midfield can be a good system in a 4-4-2, but only if you know how to play it well. Yes, they should dominate the central areas, but they could be vulnerable out wide.
Where are you going, Pina? Dude, I can't pass today. What's going on?
That really is a good block.
Oh, he's on. Oh, he stopped the run. What are you doing?
Turnaround in possession. Excellent positioning.
Been saving up for the last week. What are you saving up for again? There's like a big card you want to buy, right?
Plenty of open space to explore here.
Dude, I can't do anything right now.
Interested there, but not anymore.
Neither can he.
This is looking better with every
I can't even do my LaFay skill moves.
just when the chance was on. Well, it's no surprise to see who we focused on as our player to watch in this
Brother,
game.
what is going on?
Presume that he'd play a really big part.
Offsides.
Certainly a player I'm looking forward to seeing today because he's worked
Thank you.
so hard on the training pitch on all aspects of his play. He's such a good professional.
Robbie. Oh,
Yeah, dude, nothing is happening in this game.
Well, that's how to defend the
Turnover to turnover to turnover to turnover. Alright, let's try to cook something new. Ronaldo's getting involved now.
Reinildo. Robbie.
Oh, gosh.
Going gung-ho for goal, not yet anyway. Allowed to go a long way with this.
Bruh.
And it's in!
Alright, sweat time.
Goalless, there's the
Glasses are going on.
So it's 1-0 as the ball gets rolling again. Reinildo. Robbie. In the right position to cut out the pass. Granit Xhaka. And on to Hugh. That's a good ball. Is this the equaliser?
Oh, come on, dude. Are you kidding? Ah, man. This game hates me. I swear.
Emerick Aubameyang. Has to turn them
That's a
around.
goal.
Surely
Gosh.
another goal. And
Oh.
it tightens their grip on this game.
Pina, Pina, Pina.
2-0 then, as we get started again.
Playing that to Xhaka, but alright.
Claudia Pina. Brian Robbie.
There we go.
Oh, what a chance.
Right back at it.
Hope restored. They're back in this game. Go, 2-1 now.
Pina.
They might be in. Miscue in the final third.
Playing in space.
Yeah, they really did look solid on that occasion. Really good defending.
Getting closer.
No, LaFay.
And that's nicely won to see off the threat.
Offsides.
Good ball, that could be it.
Oh.
And there's
I'm booty cheeks, boys.
So it's 3-1 as the ball gets rolling again. Reinildo.
The player I was earlier this week is not the same player today.
Now Reinildo. Moving the ball around well here. But unable to find the killer pass in the end.
I just got bodied.
Pino. On to Aubameyang. The pass is incomplete. Nicely won. Lefebvre.
Oh, dude. My end was wide open.
And it's on now. And he's won the ball.
All right, here we go.
The goal.
What a
This is
piece
the
of
play.
defending that was.
There we go.
Back. Here it is.
Back at it.
Well, much to the delight of the fans. And away we go again at 3-2.
No added time for that many games or that many goals. Gameplay, Mumbo, those 1,000 bags are not correct to themselves. Listen, we wanted to treat you guys today to multiple games. Is that crazy? All right, let's see. Mayenda off. Xhaka on. Christopher on. Gertrude on. Wow, what a treat. Thank you. Is this stream lagging at all for you guys? It says there's a error receiving data. Haven't seen that in a minute. It looks clear on mine. Watching Sunderland players sure is making my day. Dude, we should use our Mexican team.
One to go.
We'll start a full Mexican Evo just for you.
Robbie.
Oh, good shot.
Superb reflexes to
It's
get
not lagging for you? Okay, good.
standing. Making a change here. Something different from the corner.
Well, just listen to the crowd. They know this is a big chance to equalise.
Now, can he get the cross in?
Try Siddiqui. What a tackle! Read that perfectly.
For a throw. Oh, they've lost it. What happens now?
Woo! Enzo Lefebvre, baby!
Oh, what a goal.
Who needs skill when you can do a sweaty diving header?
The boy, has it paid off?
Nah, that was ratty. That was completely ratty. I'll take it, though.
Easy finish in the end, but what was the
How does one header that, dude?
poor bit of defending?
I hit X on that. Double tapped X.
You don't want to stray from this. Mukiele.
Oh, gosh.
To cut it out.
There we go.
Be here.
What a play!
Just needs the composure now.
Shaka striker.
Long time to see any
Was watching an ASMR vid of the Japanese female barber. So good, you should record your barber. Visit for 1 million views.
And it's all about the pace on the counter.
You watched a Japanese barber ASMR video.
And then through on goal, you never
Carlos, I have to know, was this something you typed in the search bar? Or was it recommended to you? Either way, I have additional questions.
story. Fabian.
I just realized we're in the lead now.
And for all the keeping of the ball, they've gone nowhere.
Go on, Enzo. Oh, I'm an idiot. Jumbo, what div rivals are you? We are div 5 right now.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against. And what a goal that is from Aubameyang. He hits it with power and accuracy. He's such a good finisher. Mukiele. Played to Xhaka. The ball is
Does
lost.
Brabi get hit off the ball so much? Game is not realistic.
Really nicely played. What can they do with this now?
Oh, are you kidding? No! I gotta take her out. Thank you. Alright, 90th minute winner. I'm calling it right here. I'm gonna come back to score the 90th minute winner.
This could be the moment for a counter.
Just kidding. Xhaka was waiting for that pass, man. He was just waiting for Brabi to make the run. That was beautiful.
So quick to get out from the back, and then the shot is emphatic. He strikes it with such power, the keeper has no time to react. What a good finish.
Getting closer.
El Ori, what is this, FIFA 22, 23?
Making decent progress here. Oh, great block.
No! Brother, if he would have scored that.
Not missed by that much.
Yeah, just couldn't keep it on target.
Alright, see the game out. Nothing stupid.
Nordi Mukiele. Geertruida. Brian Brobby. Nicely sets it up. Oh, yes.
I did a skill move, but alright.
They won't be going any further. Nicely won.
Doing nothing stupid yet. The stupid stuff's coming.
Here. And the breakaway has now been broken. We've entered the final 10 minutes.
There we go.
Well, not much time left now, and these supporters are doing everything they can to get their
Oh!
team to the finish line. What an atmosphere.
What a tackle!
Product now.
My goodness!
Where any chance of anything
Game-winning tackle that might be.
Oh, he's done well to get past his man. Oh, real opportunity.
Woo!
And a save that keeps hopes alive.
Yeah, what a save that was.
Best move in the game.
Game over.
We ignore Carlos spreading misinformation in chat. He just didn't believe in our skill level.
From the corner.
That's all it was.
Geertruida. Played in with that. It's Arnold Geertruida. That's one player beaten. Oh, they've lost it. What happens now? Ref happy to let that one run. Porter. Oh, that was a shocker. It really was.
How did I not get a red card there?
Look for that.
Yeah, and it certainly deserved a yellow. It's a poor challenge, you have to say.
Oh my gosh. How did I not get a red card on any of those?
Fabian. Forward progress continues.
Woo!
Someone for the team there.
What a block. What a block, boys. Too easy. Hey, boys. This division's too easy, man. Was never at risk. You've seen Alonso's really to take over slot sacking close from Germany and Spain. Huh? I feel like this has been said a million times over the past few months. Has the sacking actually happened? Until then, I will not believe it. You must be new here. Mumbo always exaggerates his division by 2 or 3 plate. Carlos! We are Division 5. Look at the screen. Okay? We are soon to be Elite Division. If we actually play this game, which, believe it or not, I actually enjoy playing this game for very short, brief periods, and then it becomes crap. Did you know that Sunderland is tied for 6th in the world for football clubs sending players to their national team? Players making international squads? That's crazy. Why isn't England saying anything? Surely they will say it's fake. True. Steven! What's up, buddy? Alright. We're playing NEC. Who's this? Long time no see. How you been, brother? Okay, he has the best goalie in the game. I'm cooked. He has the free kick special. I'm cooked. Look at his striker, boys. I'm done. GG. We're gifting him the win, I guess. Or he's going to have to give me a win, maybe. What a pass. How you been, Steven? What's new, brother? You're probably confused. You came to the stream and you see us playing gameplay. Yes. That's, what's he doing? What's going on? How is this dude playing football? I know what kind of man you are. I know what kind of man you are. I see it now. You had me at first with that long ball you played. Didn't know what was happening. Now it's very clear. Absolutely cooked for a Spanish oral in a week and a half. Outside of university. Never been better, actually. Dude, university was like the best time and the worst time at the same time. It's like you couldn't fully enjoy it because you were suffering nonstop. But also, like, in reality, you weren't really suffering. You know how to... Ooh! Ref! Nah, he's just paying him off now. What was that? Nah, we're him. We're him. We're him. We're him. Xhaka, what was that? What did we just cook? What did we just cook on this man's head? He thought we were getting sweaty out here. Nope. Sorry. We play football. Now we press him. Let's see how he likes pressure. Little end line rat. See what happens when he can't play at end line. Force him to dribble down the middle, yeah.
Who can he play it to? That's a high quality pass.
Imagine you give a pen for that.
But he's won the ball.
Play him. Yeah, he will not play Ukrush.
Thoughtful play.
Yeah, you're not making that, buddy. You're not making that, buddy. Sorry. Unless it's an orange slot ball, he's not making it. I just gifted him that.
Pass it away. Granit
What a
Xhaka.
ball. What a ball. Brilliant. Oh. Offsides? Thank you. Thank you.
Offside.
That's what we call the mumbo offside trap.
Reinildo. Intercepting it intelligently.
He's still playing your mall.
And he's made headway.
Yokeresh is trash.
Great movement.
Offsides? Sir?
Square again. What a match this is turning out to be. Enzo Lefebvre. On to Ballard. Well, good run and good ball control.
What a ball.
Wonderfully weighted pass.
Thank you. Finally a corner kick.
Forge ahead from this corner situation. I fancy a short one. Hume.
What a ball, Hume. What a ball, Hume.
To break it up. Could pose a threat on the counter.
Brilliant tackle, Ronaldo. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. What a lad. I'll take that yellow all day.
Offense.
Well, no question about it. He deserved his booking there.
Tactical fouls.
Top class defending.
Oh, Maenda. What are you going to do, Maenda? What's he going to do?
Moving the ball forward with genuine purpose.
That wasn't the skill move. We talked about Maenda. That's not what we practice in training. Oh, I see what he's doing.
And support available.
He wants Trey Hume to get a tackle.
And goes for goal. Oh, what a hit. From long range and showing how to strike the ball with absolute perfection. Wonderful technique.
What just happened?
3-2 it is. Who would have predicted that before a ball was kicked?
Guys? How did he score from that? Guys?
Well, that's how to beat your opponent. Granit Xhaka. On to Hume. Oh, they were in a decent position too.
Unfair. He's cheating, dudes.
Well, inching towards half-time, and probably fair to say the fans were hoping for a little bit better than this. Your thoughts?
Well, they've looked great going forward, but they've been far too open.
Oh, I had him beat as well.
Ball changes hands. Unless they rectify that, they'll
Probably could have walked in. Meanwhile, in the midfield, Xhaka's getting the Bonnie Blue treatment. Absolutely getting ran through.
Lamine Yamal. Can he deliver?
Alright, good.
And collected tidily.
Let's recover. It's still close. Game's not over yet.
Doesn't have to do it on
Brilliant ball. Alright, Enzo.
Oh, he's left his marker for dead. Shooting the equaliser.
What a save.
Fantastic hands to deny that effort.
Ah, that should have been a goal, but what a save that was.
Robbie! Oh!
Oh, what a stop that was.
Robbie with the head, man.
Strong hands. Blows the referee's whistle, and that brings to an end the first half. Heroes
Unbelievable. Alright. We got some changes to make, boys. But we are still in this. Maenda. Xhaka's going up top. Sadiki's coming in. Gertruda's coming in. Standard. You know what? We're going to move Hume to left back. Because of that yellow card. Just Just being smart. I got a feeling we have a red card coming. Don't want to make it two. We can avoid it. What a ball. That's how he likes to score, so I had to do it back to him. I swear, I normally don't do that. That's my first time, boys. I swear, I would never go end line and slot it. Brother, what are these shots? How do I do it? That might be more deadly than his end line. Lovely ball pickup, Roofs. Oh, quickly! Quickly!
Potential danger here.
On his head. Why would he give Enzo Lefebvre that much space? What did he think was going to happen? Went to Tyler Childers live recently, by the way, Reed. Great show. Nice. How much was it? On his head. Siddiqui owns him. Yeah, buddy. Sorry, man. Listen, there's just levels to this game. Brian Brobby's just on another one. You know who else is too? Xhaka. You ready for this? Watch this play. I'm going to force him. He's going to want to slot it. Maybe that wasn't what I was looking for. Maybe I messed that up. What's the Xhaka run? Ready? 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 You don't know what's going to happen, do you? You're not ready for it. You think you know what's going to happen. Aw, dang it. If you guessed a MumboElite turnover, you were correct. Come on. That was the slowest bicycle kick I think I've ever seen.
Now with Ballard. He read it well. This looks more than decent. Well, capable of a better clearance than that. Well, it did look promising for a bit. Granit Xhaka. Now options are plenty. Didn't go to plan in the end. Possibilities for them to counter. Takes aim. Just can't get it past him.
What a block that was.
Enzo Lefebvre. Could be threatening.
Ooh!
And that is a difficult...
Nah, bruh. Hello, sir. How are things? I'm doing fantastic, brother. How are you doing? All right, we're going to bring Enzo Lefebvre out wide. We're going to mix it up. We're going to tweak it just a little bit. I think it was like 65. I bought the tickets ages ago. MenMath says it was free. Unfortunately, can't find people to go to Luke Combs with me. If I live near you, mate, I would still not go to Luke Combs with you. All right, guys, should we park the bus?
And it is substitution time at this juncture, not just from one side, but from both. And into the last 15 minutes of action. Just cutting off the supply.
Why would we have to do that? We got Granit Xhaka.
Granit Xhaka. Are you really?
Oh, dude, if that would have went in.
What a vital intervention. Flowing here. Can he score? Oh, he wasn't necessarily favourite to win that challenge.
Superb defending, wasn't it?
Szoboszlai.
Let's take that yellow.
Well, not much time left now, and these supporters are doing everything they can to get...
All right, Enzo, what you got for us, brother?
What an atmosphere.
Pure beauty. That's what he has for us. Pure beauty. Look at that. Bold assumption to say I'd have asked you. Hey, listen, man.
Well, let's take another look, and it's a very good goal. And they deserve it, you have to say. They've been excellent.
I assume a lot of things.
And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence. Being pressed here. Robbie.
Enzo Lefebvre, you disgusting little man. Ready for this?
Oh, fancy footwork.
Thank you.
Over the touchline for a throw-in. Oh, that's splendid play. Perfect challenge.
We'll give him a chance.
Counter could be on.
Give him a chance.
And quick thinking defensively. Needs to tread carefully.
We'll give him a chance.
Well, what's the referee going to do now?
We'll give him a chance.
And going to be booked for that.
Yeah, clear foul. The card was inevitable.
We like charity work. 2 minutes.
He's played it over to the near.
So he has a minute and a half to score and get the ball back for me when I play it to my keeper and then boot it out of bounds. I don't think that's physically possible.
Missed it away.
I'd love to see him try, though.
And ready for it is Leroy Sané. And they're not out of the woods. And the move breaks down. And there goes the final.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The home fans are going to be happy about
the menus merchant has done it again. It's just too easy, guys. Guys, listen. As much as I'd love to continue doing this nonstop, I could do it all stream. Believe me, I don't think I'd ever lose. It's just not fair to you guys who came here for the title. It's not fair for the people in Division 5. They just can't handle a Sunderland team. It's, you know, it's just one of those things, man. Won his first game all year. I know you're joking, buddy. I know you're hilarious, but I have to show the kids something. Time out. Ladies and gentlemen. Club record. Congrats, Mumbo. You played a lot of squad battles on beginner. I did not play squad battles on beginner. I played on the lowest rating I could get away with for Evos. Okay? Get it right. Ayo laughs in Elite Division. You know what? We need to get to Elite so we can call ourselves MumboElite. I might have to change the channel name to Mumbo. I might have to hit up Mumbo Jumbo and say, hey man, listen. Want to swap? I physically cannot have this name. If I can't live up. You play gameplay, your packs become goated. Fun tip. They're not discard. Let's go. Let's take a Christie. Mumbo Division 5. Realistically, to get to Division 5, if I pushed, evoed my team, is there ever a chance I could get to Elite? Maybe, say, Div 1. Is there a chance I could get to Div 1 by the end of this game? If I went for it? If I learned how to become a rat? Would it be possible? He's like 12K. Steve, I can't be happy for the little things, man. Dude, if you don't celebrate the little things in life, what's the point? Alright, we got a ton of League SBC runs we can do too. We got the daily 83-14s I haven't done yet. I haven't done any of the dailies, actually. So we got a ton of packs. Another walkout. Is that Samantha? I will take a Samantha every day of the week. Let's go. What's her rating this year? 87? Nah, man. That's just disgusting. Saving my small rares for team of the season. You're at 250 so far. Okay. I'm going to ask again because I literally have no clue. When is team of the season? When is it usually and when is it expected? End of April? Okay, sweet. Thank you. So we basically have to get all our chem cells done in advance before then. That should be the goal. Get as many in the club as possible. Do as many League SBC runs as possible. Saving over a month for team of the season is crazy. Saving over a month to get tickets to a washed artist to go see in person is crazy. Saving up over a month for tickets and you're not even going to invite MumboElite to a Luke Combs concert is crazy. Wild, actually. Not even crazy. Tap Soba. Hey, Adelo Sheesh got his call up. Let's go. He's playing for Algeria now. Come on. As we've spoken about it a lot on your streams, thoughts on my last message? Feel it's overdue. Have you seen EAFC are looking into suing the PL because of the Chelsea case? We consider it after force one, but waited for one of CFC or MCFC cases. So, if they sued, what is like the spectrum of potential outcomes? The most likely one's probably nothing happens, right? But past that, what would be realistic things you could expect if it goes through? Is that money to Everton? Feel free to come to Amble with me though. Best Irish folk band out there. Should I listen to them? Listen to them on Spotify on my way to the match tonight? What it'll just be a fine. Amble is the band name? Amble. Lonely Island? Live from Dublin. Okay, this must be them. Alright, Lonely Island is getting added to the playlist. If I score against this team tonight, this might have to go to the rotation. Socrates Smiled is unreal. That song name is unreal. Socrates Smiled. That's beautiful. Anybody excited for Ye dropping his album this week? Dropping? Are we finally getting Bully? Or is he going to change it last minute again? So the sporting sanction cost us 22 and LG places blowing prize money. They also wouldn't sign off on our takeover during the appeal. Almost forced us in administration. Alone cost us 90 mil. Yeah, dude. I didn't realize how bad it actually was. I remember talking to you about it recently. Just with that whole time period and things that happened. I didn't realize it was that much money. That's wild. Not only fighting to stay up, imagine what you could have built in that time. Stadium included. Ye in the Big 2026? Why wouldn't you listen to Ye in the Big 2026? What are you talking about? What are we on about? That's like saying Mumbo League SBCs in the Big 2026? No, dude, yeah, you're right. My bad. Let me stop doing League SBCs. They don't work. They're not good anymore. Sure, dude. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You're in the process of building the stadium. At the time. Unless I'm remembering incorrectly. Everton fans still crying? Steven. Who does Steven support again? I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. I need to remember who he supports so I can make fun of him. Not crying, calling out rank corruption. You would too if it was against your team. True! Oh my goodness. Cook him on his head. Call him out. Dude has a badge next to his name and he thinks he has power in chat. Unbelievable. Turns his eye to corruption because it's not the team he supports. That's getting affected. Man, I think I know who he supports. Yeah, I know who he supports. He's not hiding it now. It's all coming out. Expose him. Coleman was too good for you. Yeah, here it comes. You can see the hatred just in his comments and chat. He's foaming at the mouth. Pena. Alright. First 8314 for today. Are we going to get a good 8314? I feel like in the history of 8314s, I've not gotten something of actual value. Discard informs, discard promo cards, walkouts. 8310 got us Mbappe. I have like 15 of them. If I was doing a count for just his card, I think it'd be higher than the rest of the other ones put together. Also, by the way, not even opinion or emotion. It's all public record. So, matter of fact, the PL broke the law multiple times in our case. Guess he's a dirty guy. Yeah, he's gone quiet too. He's running. Dude, look at my dupes, though. What should we put these into? Remember I said we had a few of them? He makes really good fodder. Alright, we got a few Vitinhos and a few Musas. We should use them. Oh, dude, come on. Wow, dude. Wow. The truth comes out. Fight, 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 fight. Should I pull you guys up in Discord? Have you guys debate against each other? Chuck Wemeka has never played a full 90 minutes in his career. That's insane. That has to be a fake stat. Alright, where is it? Have you got a pack save plan for Team of Season? Yep, thousands of packs already, and we'll continue to have thousands. Main numbers, I want to get over 1,000 crafting upgrades while hopefully keeping over 1,000 small rares. Just kind of the ultimate goal. But I would say coins is the main thing. Putting more coins and making more coins. Putting them into chem styles. Doing more league SBCs for profit. Getting that kind of all situated the next month. Now, I don't need to debate. I was saying facts. He was saying feelings. Let's go. Your top 10 debater in Ireland. Lost the Nationals to the winner. Also, we need to remember my Discord password. Don't have it on this phone. Sounds like an excuse, man. Sounds like a man who's afraid to debate. Dude, I will take... Dude. First of all, can we say so deserved? Eduardo, man. Heart condition and everything. Still kicking, still grinding. It's finally paying off with Watford. There has to be some Sunderland Team of the Season cards on the way. I was thinking, realistically, Prem Team of the Season is different than EFL. Because I feel like EFL, for the longest time, for when we were in the championship, Sunderland always got screwed. Because there's always like a League 1 or League 2 goalkeeper. Like, the player of the season. I feel like for Prem, Roofs has been hurt. I was going to say you could maybe give a shout for Roofs in goal. I'm trying to think across the front line. I don't think an attacker would. Brobby, I don't think has been consistent enough in the season. A midfielder would probably be most likely, like a Xhaka. But I feel like midfield is the hardest to get into for the Prem. You could make a case for defenders. Ronaldo has been out injured a decent bit recently. So probably not him. Mukiele, you could say, has been phenomenal center back and right back. He could easily fit in, but he's been injured too. Dan Ballard, immense, but he's been injured. Alderete was probably the best case, but he's a left center back. Gaye or someone would probably get in over him. So I don't know. Some call me the master baiter. I sure hope you're not debating in schools where there's children, sir. That is, sounds like something a Liverpool fan would do. Just saying. A little crazy, man. What's the continued fund up to? 1.3 bill. Ugh. Dude, how much money do you guys think Newcastle's going to whip out this summer? We're going to try to make a bunch of sales too, probably. Newcastle are going to whip it out. Does Real Madrid have a Messi in their academy? Someone said, I dare Bruno to drop a stinker. Oh, look at this. Oh. Lovely. However, as much as I dislike EAFC, if you were them, you would look at Chelsea case and spend loads this summer. Yeah, that's very true. Because honestly, the punishment is nowhere near what you're able to get away with. So it's like, it's a net positive to go for it. Because worst case scenario, you don't get punished. Best case scenario, you get punished. You benefit more than you get punished. Alright, let me grab a coffee real quick. No, no quick sell. I missed you too, Fresh new ties, I'm still running. There's a few things I'm overcome. Sounds like cope. Y'all need fisticuffs. I'm telling you. Get it out of your system, man. All right, let's go to Pale Tools. Let's whip it out. All right, let's update this first. Are you actually 6 years old? Are you capable of having a conversation? On his good days, he is. It's hit or miss. When do you think you'll be able to sell the shadows? You can sell them whenever. It's very easy to double your coins on them right now. Buy them for 200 and sell for 400 plus. You can do that over and over and keep buying more. If you mean like, when do I expect them to rise the most? It really depends what happens on the game. But for me, my window's kind of like team the season and after that I'm building towards. So I'm looking more long term. Yeah, if you're picking them up for 150, 200, you're sitting really pretty. If you try the genie thing, I'm debating getting it for Friday, my last stream before my vacation. Trying it out on stream and then taking it with us when I go up north. And having it help us make even more League SBCs. And balance it with Pale Tools. So I'm almost there. I haven't gotten it yet. You think they'll ever get to 2K plus? I mean, it depends. In all honesty, it depends more on EA how they supply, because it feels like EA is just killing the market. So if they stop killing the market, I think there's a world where that happens. Where are you going up north? Northern Wisconsin. My family has a cabin, and it's my sister, her spring break for her school. So my mom's retired, so she doesn't have to work. My dad's taking the week off. My sister has the week off, and I'll be taking one day off and then working remote the rest. Isn't it paid? There's a free version where you can do up to 10 a day, which is nothing. And then the unlimited one, it's like $5 a month, which if we're talking about it as a business tax write-off or just like a business operation, theoretically, you spend $5 a month, maybe a little more than 5 if it's not US dollars. It's pounds or something like that. To speed up the process of essentially creating content for you guys. That would pay for itself within a single day, I feel like. Might have to run a computer scan or something. I don't know if it's my storage is getting full. All the thumbnails I make and used over the years. Maybe I gotta delete a bunch of stuff or move it to a different drive. But I've had this computer for almost 9 years now. Yeah, you could write it off, I'd say. Don't know the US rules, though. I mean, I feel like in the, not even just gaming space, the YouTube space, if you're generating, I mean, my situation's different, but like if you're like a Mr. Beast, I'm sure you can literally write off anything. But like the bigger content creators, like for me, I saw it a lot through Call of Duty, because that's what I played at the time. So you'd have... Noah J was probably the main one who did it. He'd do huge like gobble gum pack openings, and he'd be able to write off every single one of those. People would do huge COD point openings. I mean, FIFA, look at all the Batesons and all of them. They could probably write all that off. So in terms of the money they spend on it, the money they spend is not out of their own wallet. It's out of the taxes they would owe, and it makes the taxes a little less, I would assume. Same with like giveaways and stuff too. If you see like YouTubers do giveaways, a lot of them can write off giveaway stuff, which is cool. Like you're taking money that can go to your community. Yeah, I mean, people do that with like podcasts. Like you'll see a lot of people where it's like they'll take their family on a extravagant vacation, and while they're there, they'll record pieces of content, do a podcast, do a collab video. But you got to realize too, the people who do that are already making ridiculous money. There's not a lot of people who aren't like doing it full time that are able to do those sort of things. Like, you don't see me doing, like, $10,000 FIFA pack openings. Yeah, the money in and of itself isn't free. But, like, let's use Bateson as an example. If you take Bateson's yearly sub revenue through Twitch, his views, his ads, his sponsorships, all that stuff, he's probably making bare minimum tens of thousands of dollars a month. Hundreds of thousands of dollars some months. He's making multi-millions per year. If he were to spend like $10,000 at the start of FIFA when it's the most prominent and there's the most eyes on it, that pays for itself in and of the first day. I mean, before the game even officially comes out, it does. All those guys in that situation, it's kind of that way. Which is like cool in theory, right? Because like once you understand that sort of system and you play into it, it's like a brand new world. But again, it's not the same, like low end. Different opportunities for the bigger you are. Bigger you are, the more money you have, the easier it is. Doesn't mean it's not difficult in its own way, but that's the general theme. Alright, let's do... If it loads, dude, it's so slow today. Alright, I haven't even done my provisions yet. Fresh new tides, I'm still running. It's a few things I'm overcoming. Alright, what do we need? 77? That's good. Icon trading versus BPM. Yeah. Kind of. In a way, yes. In a way, no. It'd be like that, but if you could then take the coins that you would be getting taxed on an icon sale and put it towards like a 7.5k pack instead. That'd probably be more of an equivalent. But it's like too, like if you guys ever are encouraged to get into content creation, or if you're like passionate about it, if you ever catch like a good run of like viewership, or you have like a content idea that you, I say truly love, in the sense of, I feel like there's people that chase trends, and then there's people who just do stuff because they enjoy it. I've over the years tried to chase trends for some stuff, but like, I mean, it's led me to different games, and inevitably, like, you end up not liking it anyways, and you build an audience you don't want. But it's like, the way I kind of do content now, it might change, but like, I just kind of do what I enjoy, try to find what works through it, experiment some stuff, mix it up a little bit, but like, genuinely, whatever gets me excited to like log on and grind is what I like doing. But if you can find, like, whether it's in FIFA, EAFC, football videos, if you can find like a niche that's ever growing, and you can make content that you're passionate about in it, you can scale it, I feel like that must be the best feeling in the world. Hey Mumbo, how come you don't use Easy SBC for the league upgrades or other SBCs? I mean, everyone wants me to use everything, so I'm gonna be using was it Foot Genie next? I don't know. I'm just a fan of Pale Tools for years, so I'm used to it. I enjoy it. They've been good to me. Does well video-wise as well. Like, the guides are some of my best performing videos ever on the channel. What don't we have? Oh, Raiden. Of course. Yeah, no, man. It's like, content creation's a weird thing, because it's like, in theory, you want to like do better. You want to get bigger. But there's also its own repercussions that come with that too. Like, people, I think, want the money of content creation and the fame of content creation without any of the backlash. Like, imagine, like, I mean, to a certain extent, you always have to deal with hate, but I couldn't imagine dealing with hate on, like, the scale that, like, some footballers do. Or, like, some huge content creators do. Combines with Pale Tools, 2 clicks, and it completes an SBC. Oh, dang. I might look into it then. Foot Genie's still confusing. If I'm gonna try the free version, and then I'm gonna try the paid version, and I'll do a guide on it for League SBCs and stuff, if I like it. Alright, I feel like we're in an insanely good spot, boys. Like, our pack situation is fantastic. Foot Genie is quite simple, not going to lie. I would just want to make sure if I'm using Foot Genie, it's not sending, like, my Sunderland cards in. Like, my Evo cards. That would kill me. I might cry. Bit buggy compared to Pale Tools. But when you say buggy, what do you mean by that? Because if it's just sitting there doing it for you, what's bugged out about it? Never sends cards with an Evo completed on it? Okay, that's good. But also, too, I'm thinking long-term as well. If we do get exchanges, or they make provisions even more, or we get, like, a really good, like, 8220 or something, I'm thinking like long term how it would kind of help me build up packs and like create content for you guys. Because like this summer and this spring and this summer, usually, I mean, depends on the. I'm telling you, it's him every time, bro. Every time. Anyways, I feel like besides team of the season, I feel like for me, the game really falls off, and like I feel like viewership and just like in general, people's motivation to grind is like relatively low the later in the game it goes. But with like it being the World Cup, I would love to like continue grinding like crazy, watching games, doing commentary, talking football with you guys. So I'm trying to like plan in advance of like how we can hopefully manage to do that sort of stuff. It respects the lock cards and you can set protected leagues. Gotcha. Is Foot Genie an official EA product? None of them are official EA products. It has a sniping bot. I mean, Pale Tools has a sniping bot too. I feel like all of those have a sniping bot. You just don't use the sniping bot. Pale Tools sent a Rodri on an only gold. Needed SBC yesterday. I realized it was too late. Read. Oh! Okay. They did something with pack weight. This is my third icon, base icon I've packed in the last 48 hours. And I've never really packed icons before. So they're doing something. Holy red. It was Rush! I don't know what's worse. His card or the game mode, dude. Who's Reed? Good question, dude. Should I use Rush in Rush? I saw that because it was paid for Genie would be EA. I mean, if EA's smart, EA, email me. I got a business proposal for you. Outside of my regular EA working hours, I will present you another project that I think could turn your company around and make you even more profit. We're going to call it pay to grind model. Okay? Pay to grind. No, that's my idea. You can market it. Steven, if they cut me a huge check, I will I'll get you tickets to Luke Combs, buddy. How about that? Fair enough? We got a deal, Ben? Alright, how are we doing on... We didn't even do this yet. We didn't even do the best player pick yet. Deal. Yeah, I didn't say I was going to go with you, brother. I'll just get you tickets. Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, we have them. We have them. Oh. I don't care if he's 11K. Libertadores legend. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful day. Hakuna Matata. If you're doing League SBCs, he's the way. Red listed? Nah, read listed, bro. So they're getting smoked tomorrow. There's like 15K Irish fans, only like 1K tickets. Is the our game starting tomorrow? I need to look at times and stuff. Alright, something's up. I don't know if it's Pale Tools, if it's my web browser, if it's my computer. But you guys notice it's like waves? Like it'll be really fast some minutes and then really slow others. It's a World Cup playoff semifinal. When does Northern Ireland play? No offense, but that's what I really care about. It's March, the official Irish month. They should win. We win this, we play Denmark or one of those Eastern European countries at home. We should show the lock packs just so you guys can see the number. $433. All right, let's buy some Pro League. Dun, 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 dun. 200 coins. Like, literally at this point, I might just go through and buy every gold from League One, Eredivisie, Bundesliga, and Serie A. Just while I'm grinding. Or at least a draw. They're on Italy's side of the draw. Dude, I'm so excited for the World Cup. You know, oh, oof. Nope, I'm sad now. I just instantly made myself emotional. People are discussing, will Messi win again? Will Ronaldo win? This is probably both of their last World Cups. So anytime it's either a group stage game where they're at risk or they get out of group, we could be live watching the final game of their international career. Their final World Cup game. That's, ugh. I mean, I got emotional when Messi won it because it felt like my childhood was complete in terms of, like, I grew up watching Messi and Ronaldo, and to see one of them accomplish that at the highest level for international was surreal. I think it's going to be even more emotional having that chapter end and depending on how it ends for both of them. it all goes to FIFA's plan. Ronaldo should win it. That's all this Portugal and Argentina talk about. Ireland are winning it all. Nah, bro. It's a lot easier, as you know, Messi completed football. I feel like for Messi, it's easier. There's less pressure on him. I think for Ronaldo, it's going to be even more pressure because, like, Messi's situation, he's still a big part of Argentina. I feel like with Ronaldo, he's not... I mean, there's times he's the number one choice, but, like, he's not the player he used to be. We can pretend he is, but he's not. And I think there's a lot of pressure to play him and for him to do well. Yeah, it's... Ramos is going to have like 4 goals in a game and then he's going to be sitting the bench. I think you're forgetting that Ronaldo got a red versus Ireland and Portugal got the smoke. True. 2,750 each for League of Portugal and League One. Let's go. W. Really good profit margins. So this would be where Foot Genie would be the most important for me. I think Pale Tools for buying everything would be. And I'd buy a bunch of gold commons too for Bundesliga and Serie A to make sure like we were prepared. And then we'd open our provisions. And then I would just from there do like 20, 25 League SBC runs. Ronaldo's arguably not Portugal's best striker currently. I don't think he is either. Like, genuinely, I've said it before. I wasn't joking. Like, it was a meme that it was like my timeline was always filled with Ronaldo highlights from Saudi League. I genuinely haven't seen a Ronaldo highlight reel or like a comp in like almost a year. Unless it's a throwback. I have no clue how he's been doing. U.S. are taking the competition. U.S. are winning the World Cup. And if we don't, Trump's going to step in. He's going to make an executive order. He's going to make a separate trophy. And FIFA's president's going to be behind it. Is the 86 2-back? The 85 plus player pick is it is, yeah. Complete the Visa upgrade to earn a pack containing 5 rare. What? What? When did that come out? Yeah, both of these just need golds, which is nice. Just rare. Same with the 85 plus player pick. Trump's gonna award it to Israel. That would be the least surprising thing that could happen in the World Cup. Argentina did not have an average squad at 22. Andrew, what's up, buddy? Argentina very much had an average squad. Oh, did I read that wrong? I thought he was saying they had an average age in their squad at 22. You're saying in the 2022 World Cup they had an average squad? I guess the question becomes what defines an average squad? Like just not having world-class players in the different positions? Like Martinez, in terms of in goal, still had his name in a good spot. Nowadays, I feel like it's not as high. Messi, obviously. Montiel. DePaul. Martinez. Martinez didn't get hot until 23, 24 though, right? Literally everyone plays top divisions and top leagues. Look back at the squad. The quality has been very average for Argentina since 2006. McAllister. We were talking about this the other day, and it might still be too early because, like, obviously some squads we won't know for sure yet. But is there a player that you guys think either it's a young player, an unknown player that maybe you know about because they're on your club team and represent a country? Is there a player you think is going to like come out of nowhere and get a huge move or do just really well at the World Cup in general? Not like I think Yamal's going to do really good with Spain sort of call. Parrott will get a huge move. Do you think Parrott would be... I don't think he even needs to carry him to a World Cup. I feel like just how well he's been balling in the Eredivisie, I feel like he would get a move, but I think having a spotlight on him too at the World Cup wouldn't hurt. AC Milan are already interested in him. I'm glad AC Milan's going for a player like him because their recycling strikers needs to end. Parrott has an Everton transfer written all over him. No, that's... Parrott is a West Ham if they stay up. 100%. Pale Tools is too time consuming. FC Enhancer is the one. We were just talking about this, buddy. We're going to try FC Enhancer later this week. And try to do best of both worlds with both of them. It's funny, though, that we've reached the point where Pale Tools is a waste of time. Shows you how far we've come. And there's some poor souls that are still grinding the menus on console. Parrott's too big for Everton. They can afford him. If Milan gets Jimenez is out, so hopefully they don't get him. If Milan gets him, Jimenez is out, so hopefully they don't get him. I feel like he needs to make a move anyways. He's not lighting things up at Milan. Sunderland was interested in him. I don't think I'd want him to go to Sunderland, though. I think you can get better and younger for that money. What system best suits Parrott? Because I don't watch him in the Eredivisie. And from what I've seen in the Ireland squad, he's just everywhere. Mumbo, how much Shadows and Hunters do you have? Let's do a clip tour real quick. I'm at total chem styles over 12,000. I have over 2,100 Shadows, almost 1,000 Hunters, and almost 6,000 Anchors. And you'll see me slowly building up basic and goalkeeper basic. Guys, I'm telling you, do not sleep on basics. You're not going to put a second rare on my bench? What the heck, dude? Thought we were cool, EA. Thought we were cool, Pale Tools. The heck, EA? You're not going to put a third rare on my bench? I thought we were cool, EA. Thought we were cool, Pale Tools. I need to stock those up too. Yeah, we're just gonna have this club stock. Love to see him play somewhere in Spain. Everton definitely could afford Parrot. People are judging Milan by old Milan. Every PL team can blow Serie A out of the water. Serie A just really doesn't excite me anymore. It's sad, man. My Pale Tool's not using the players I just bought from the League One section. Has anyone tried that before? No effects. What's your are your things assigned to, like, oldest, not the most recent? Or do they not fit the criteria? Like, is Eredivisie the main one you're pulling from, but you bought League One? Regis! You might just have to refresh if it's in none of those cases. I've had that happen with Pro League players where it's like I have the commons in my club, but for some reason it doesn't pull them. Yeah, he'd fit well off of him. There's a strong connection between EFC and Irish players. Yeah. My question is, if he goes to the Prem, how well does he fit into the Prem? That's the thing, though. Like, you know, he can do something in the Championship. You know, he can do something in the Eredivisie. The Prem too big of a step, or? No, just double checked everything. Been using the same setup for the longest time. That is weird. Try refreshing and see if that fixes it. If it doesn't, I can try to troubleshoot with you. Dude, let's go! Ireland kit, come on. The Mike theory is real, boys. Prem isn't a step too big, but I'm sure if anyone plays balls that complements him. That's why I think Everton would probably be a good fit. If you went to like a West Ham, I don't know if the link-up play would be as good. He'd have people to play to him, but I think Everton would have enough people around that can pull defenders and create space. Like, Bowen could definitely make room. I'm not saying that West Ham couldn't, but they also might not even be in the Prem. Serie A is in a really bad state at the moment. I think the PL is rubbish at the moment, but we're talking finances and draw. Hey, man, how are you? I'm doing fantastic, Jasper. How are you doing, brother? I think football in general, we've all kind of talked about things we like about football that we're not seeing anymore, things we wish were still in the game. I feel like it's just in general a weird time. I don't know. You said directing counterattacking a minute ago. That's literally 18 out of 20 teams at the Prem at the moment. Hey! I'm glad he said 18 out of 20 because you can't count Tottenham for anything. I don't even know if you can call them a football club right now. I don't know, dude. I understand people's complaints about football. Maybe I'm biased because, like, I'm a Sunderland fan. You got to realize, like, football for me in the past year was making playoffs, going to the playoff final by a last-second goal at the MumboElite with a header that went bar down. The place went hysterical. A last-minute winner at Wembley to get back to the Premier League, doing a double in the derby over our biggest rivals. So many last-minute goals till the end, motto for the marketing throughout the start of the season up till now. Surely that's going to wear off eventually. They're not going to get relegated now. I think Sunderland has enough points where they can really be safe. And depending on how they do in the next few, like, they could push for a top 10 finish and potentially Europe if they stay hot enough. But I honestly think it'll be somewhere near above relegation, not all the way down, not in it, not in danger, but, like, not Europe either. I think is realistic. But, man, like, it's been nothing but entertainment for me in that sense. Could be doing better. Just had a football training, control the ball with my private parts. Then I was on the ground for a good 10 minutes. Brother, I had a goal line clearance with my nutsack like a month ago. It was like the last play of the game. I think the game was tied. And I like did one of those like diving slide hip thrusts. You could see it bounce off my right testicle into my left testicle as I like humped the air. I know exactly how that feels, brother. Stay down. Milk the time. Dude, I almost got sent off in I got sent off in indoor. I didn't realize that was a thing. We were playing a team last week, and I was battling this guy, and he hit it off the glass and tried to, like, get it around me, and I saw we didn't have the numbers. So I just yanked him. I yanked the back of his jersey, just pulled him down completely. And I got a yellow, and I thought you could just take a yellow and it was fine. But they give you a 2-minute penalty where you're down a man for 2 minutes. So that our team was literally just in the deepest set block you could be in. And we didn't concede. But then the second we went back to full, we conceded like 3 times. I felt so bad. Yeah, in my head, it happened so quickly. I'm like 500 IQ. This is going to be 500 IQ. Watch. I'm going to take a yellow. Even if, I thought the rule was honestly, you have to step off if you got a yellow. Like, you had to get substituted. So, I was ready to get another person on, and he was like, nope, down for 2 minutes. Come back on at this point. I'm like, oh, sorry. Yikes. Might start playing rugby again, Loki. Dude, is anyone else, when it comes to, like, fitness or, like, sports or just, like, that whole area in general, very ADHD about it, like me? You want to know what I've been up to? So, I'm trying to get a 315 bench. I'm pushing towards that while I've been cutting, which I'm somehow still able to go up in that. I'm at, like, 280 right now. I think I could 1 rep for 285 with my current strength. I just learned how to do a muscle up, so I'm trying to be consistent with muscle ups. trying to do weighted pull-ups. I'm up to 60 pounds. On Monday, I unofficially did a marathon. I was on my walking pad during the start of my workday, answering emails and doing my work. Then I ended up doing it all the way till my lunch break when I did a workout. And then I did it in the second half, and then we streamed that day, and we ended up streaming for 3 hours. I'm like, oh, let me just stay on the walking pad. And I always wanted to get to like 50K steps. So I'm like, okay, I'm at 35K. If I could get to 40K by the end of the stream, I could push another 10K. Then I looked at the mileage, and at 50K, it had me at 25.5 miles. And I'm like, we got to get to 26.2, bro. Got to get to 26.2. So now we did that. So now I've done a marathon. Now I want to do an actual marathon. Then I want to do an Ironman. But then at the same time, I want to bodybuild. I want to power lift. I want to get faster. I want to learn to get better at sprinting. I want to play more football. I want to play American football too. Like, bro, I can't stick to anything, man. So basically, you played Arteta ball? We kind of did, low-key. The team we played tonight, we played a few weeks ago, and I got a hat trick in the game. Bro, I don't even know. Don't ask me how. I could never replicate the goal. This is how I scored my goal for my hat trick. You ready? First goal was just a tap and rebound. Second one was top bins from outside the box with a finesse shot on a back pass. The third one, so picture me at left center back, okay? Close your eyes real quick. Picture me at left center back. I did a 1-2 with someone on the left side of the pitch. I moved up to the midfield. I saw space on the left side. So I cut back there and I asked for the ball. I got a ball played through to me. The center back started like running towards the ball at me. So as the ball was played through, I somehow like with a first touch received it, flicked it over him, and as it landed over him, I hit it with the outside of my left foot on the volley, on the bounce, and put it bottom bins in the corner for the hat trick. Brother, I was like, what? That might be the best goal I've ever scored. And then you know what happened a minute later? Missed a wide open sitter. Just the way it goes, man. Back to the usual. I had a superpower for like 2 minutes. Then it went away. That's a sick kit. Jeez. Better to be too ambitious than too lazy, right? Well, it's like, I don't know how you guys are with like goals and stuff. I feel like for me, I always want to like have goals set for myself in every area of life. Just because like one, I find it like super fun to push myself. But two, I know like my default setting is if I'm not pushing, I'm just kind of chilling. And I don't like when I'm just kind of chilling. It doesn't make me feel good. Not saying I don't enjoy rest or like having fun. But I don't know how to explain it perfectly. There's something about feeling like you could do more and you just not putting yourself in a position to do it when you know you could is very frustrating mentally. But then also too, something like that I've realized over the past, I would say like probably 5 or 6 months is like in terms of like my weight, I think since high school I've never been under 200 pounds. I very briefly during COVID got to 199 for like a day. And I've always hovered at like 200. The highest I've ever been was 280. I got down to 200 pounds during COVID. And then I slowly like got to like 220, 230. I feel like I always hover in the 215 low end to like 230 range. And then I think it was in 2024. I don't know. You can like go through the streams, bro. It's crazy. I don't know if anyone else is this way, but like I have really bad, what's the word called? I'm blanking on it. It's the word for, body dysmorphia. I literally have zero clue at what I look like. Like if I was 280 pounds, I could convince myself that I look like I'm 200 pounds and have just been putting on a bunch of muscle. But it could literally just be pure complete fat. And then it's like I'll go the inverse where it's like I'll be cutting and I'll be doing it for like a few months and I feel like nothing's changing at all. And then like some of you guys will come in chat and be like, yo, Mumbo, have you lost some weight? Like your face looks skinnier. And it's like, I literally have zero clue unless I'm like doing said thing and tracking it. And I finally, about, I think it was a month and a half ago, got to under 200 pounds and stayed under for the first time in forever. And now I'm trying to get to 185. And it's the weirdest thing because my mind for the longest time, I don't know why, convinced me that I couldn't get that low. I like told myself like 200 is the least I could weigh because historically that's as low as I got. Surely I'd just be losing muscle after that. Surely there'd be no fat left. That's a joke and a half. Because like anyone who's tried to cut, especially for like bodybuilding stuff, you always have like another 10, 15, 20 to 30 pounds more than you actually think. And it's the most humbling thing in the world. But then when you get to that point and you see it, you're like, oh gosh, yeah, now I know this is something I can do. And it's very motivating then once you do it. But then also too, I'm excited for the inverse where it's like, okay, when I get to that weight goal, I'm not just going to want to balloon up. This is going to be kind of my lifestyle from there. I still want to do the walking pads, still want to do workouts the way we have. How do I build kind of a day-to-day around that with like potentially building up more calories? But yeah, man. It's been fun. Then he woke up. I can relate to this very much. Sucky thing is I'm a winger. So far I scored 1 goal a season. Not the best feeling. Yeah. And like football is the most humbling thing when it comes to like weight as well. Because like I would convince myself for the longest time. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just be a big body defender. Just like muscle people off the ball. I can still sprint here and there. And it's like you lose another like 10 to 15 pounds. And you realize like how much lighter you feel and how much more acceleration you have. Like think of like your pro clubs player. You know when you're like making height and the acceleration is going up and down. Then you're doing weight and your body's going up and down and they show like how fast you can get top speed. Very accurate to IRL. We'll say. Yeah. That's what I've been up to lately. That's my life. Just waiting for that Sunderland call up. Hey, MumboElite, we're short some left-footed center backs. You reckon week-long contract? Sure, Regis. Let's do it. I'll play on a free. You don't have to give me any money. I'll just do it out of pure passion. I'll score against Tottenham. Need to lose a bit of weight, gain a bit of muscle, and way better stamina, but I don't know what it is. My airways aren't that great, I think. I always cough and I have a cold for months, just like now. I don't want to say what I'm going to say because I know the second I say it, it's going to happen. I feel like I very rarely get sick. And that's like a blessing because like getting sick and then trying to like work out, you feel like absolute death. But like then on the inverse, I feel like anytime I do get sick, it could be the tiniest cold. I just feel like I'm completely dying. And it's like the worst thing to... Double walkout? Who is it? Carlos! We got Chavez! Cold! Let's go! For the Mexican Evo team, boys. Double walkout tradable. Yeah, it's a blessing, man. I feel low energy for months now. Yeah. Also, speaking of energy, one of the like cool things, I'm just gonna nerd out for a little bit. My Evo's better. I bet it is. I'm just going to nerd out real quick. I don't know if anyone actually cares, but like one of the cool things I've found out, like over the years, I just learned like more and more fitness things over time, and like little things will stick with me. One of the most recent ones has been carb cycling. So I can't tell you the exact definition of carb cycling, but for me, the way I kind of define carb cycling is not cutting out carbs, but prioritizing them before and after workouts and using them in volume. And in the past, I used to be very heavy fiber when it came to carbs. I love a lot of like high fiber in my diet. I still do. But like one of the things I was lacking for a while was most of my carbs were fiber. I did not have a lot of fast digesting carbs. Now I've kind of done the inverse, and before workouts or like football, I'll do more carbs that are fast acting. And my goodness, dude, it is, whew, you feel like it's a cheat code. And like when I first started doing that in the cut, you could notice it for like strength lifts for sure. But like as more and more fats come off, like you can see like the veins just start popping out of your arms. You can see them on your legs, and you can just feel like the blood pulsating through your body. It's the coolest thing, man. And if you take pre-workout like me and you have beta-alanine in it, that thing that makes your skin itch, being carved up, being hydrated, seeing the veins, feeling your skin itch with a beta-alanine and getting a good pump and then seeing it, setting a PR is like literally the best feeling ever. That combination is so cool. So should I eat more carbs before workout? I would say the best way to go about it would be treat your body as an experiment. So try different carbs, try different amounts, try different time periods before. You still want to give it time to digest. I don't think you should have the carbs like a minute before your workout. But like my sweet spot, ooh, actually I can show you real quick. Give me 1 second. So, I'm going to have this before my game tonight, so I'll tell you guys how it goes in terms of energy. I did this the other week when I got my hat trick, and I do it before workouts. So, I take rice cakes. I have caramel rice cakes. I take 2 of these, okay? Each one has 50 calories, so 100 calories total. Each one also has 11 grams of carbs, all fast acting. So, what I do is I lay those on a plate, okay? Hear me out. I take half a serving of mini chocolate chips, so 40 calories worth of mini chocolate chips. I evenly distribute it on the 2 caramel rice cakes, okay? I then take mini marshmallows, and I put a serving or 2 of mini marshmallows on top of the chocolate, on top of the rice cakes. Put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds until the marshmallows get big. And then open the microwave and it'll go back down. But they're warm and they're melted. And that starts melting the chocolate. You then press them together. You'll have a little bit of marshmallow come on the outside. And you can like lick it, or you can use a knife and kind of get around it. But you have a s'more essentially. And it gives so much energy. It tastes so good. And it's very low calorie. Like, I can do that huge s'more thing, and it'll be under 250 calories. I think it comes out to like 220, 230. So, like, if I wanted to, I could technically do 2. Or put even more marshmallows on or something. But I'm back in a Greek yogurt thing as well. So I have a crap ton of Greek yogurt throughout the week. That's been good too. I'll have that a ton after my workouts. You Americans eat like you have free healthcare. This doesn't really sound healthy with the marshmallows and chocolate. Okay. Yes, there's sugar. But it's in the context of eating, in general, a healthy, nutritionally dense diet. With that as like the pre-workout. If that was like every meal, yes, I could get it. And yes, the American thing shows. 100%. But you're telling me you would rather have just plain rice before a workout than that? Nah, man. Nah, you gotta have some fun. Carbs are carbs. Fast acting carbs. Maybe it doesn't sit well with you. Maybe try something else. Dude, Connolly's the biggest what if in football, I feel like. Aaron Connolly had so much potential. I will say, plain rice is goated. I used to hate on rice for the longest time. I'm still not the biggest fan, but when I do have rice, it just tastes amazing. I've made the switch, though, to potatoes because they're more dense. Kind of like me. More dense. Yeah, you get a lot more. Oh. A9 Skills is quitting FIFA just to come back next year. Okay. Full League One midfield in a U19 qualifier. France is cut from a different cloth when it comes to talent. Vosa, Mira, Mitondo. Dang. I fall back in love with cooking and made the nicest fried rice ever today. A few eggs, a bit of soy sauce, teriyaki, and loads of chili. Dude, cooking is like... I'm very basic. I eat ingredients for the most part. But when I cook, I love cooking. I love baking too. Like, I make really good desserts. I make one called Monster Bars that are phenomenal. But like cooking, I love making a good steak. Getting a nice little garlic on it too. Getting some thyme or rosemary. Having it sit in some butter. Have it cook into itself. Put it on a cutting board after. Take it off. Let it slowly cook itself while it's not on the pan anymore. Beautiful. I've been making a lot of fries. So I'll cut up potatoes. And I'll do a bunch of like different French fry type things with different seasonings. I'll do different dips. I had a period where I did a lot of grilled chicken sandwiches with high fiber bread, like low calorie sauces. That was amazing. I've done buffalo chicken dip for periods. I did a really nice stir fry, probably very similar to what you're doing with your ingredients. But I would take a huge bag of stir fry vegetables, throw it in a pan, bunch of chicken thighs, let them sit in some seasoning, then let them sit in some sauce to marinate. Beautiful. Tiramisu is a weak spot. I know people who make high protein tiramisu, like dessert cakes, but as someone who had tiramisu before, and I am someone who does high protein desserts, and I am under the influence of, I know it doesn't taste as good, but you're dying for something similar. I can't imagine a tiramisu protein thing tasting anywhere near the actual thing. I'd rather have the actual thing. Some of them you can get away with. Like, if you like pancakes, high protein pancakes, you can easily get away with. I feel like if you like anything blueberry or apple, there's a lot of combinations you could do with like Greek yogurt and stuff too. There's some chocolate stuff you could get away with as well, but for the most part, it's like I feel like I would rather just have a standard item and eat less calories throughout the day then. Like, that's the thing with, like, I feel like workout culture to a certain extent as well, is like the discipline to get to that point to begin with is great, but you have to have some sort of balance in the sense of like, you can do those things that can help you get to another level. It's not necessarily meant for everyone, but there's also a time and place where it's like, yeah, enjoy this. Like, one of them that I'm going to struggle with this week, but will be really nice, is like, I'm going to be up north with my family. So there's going to be like a 4 or 5 day period where I don't have my own meal schedule. I'm going to be eating what my family eats. when they eat. It's not going to be probably as high protein. And the way I'm going to kind of counteract that is not to make them like feel bad or like force certain foods. I'm just probably going to fast for breakfast, have a coffee or something, and then have a protein shake, and whatever food we have, just kind of prioritize protein and some carbs. And then whatever, if I eat more than I expect or I'm still hungry, I'll just eat till I'm full, and then I have my walking pad still. But yeah, for me, I still struggle with kind of like, I'll have a goal set, I'll have kind of like my schedule built around that, or I'll think through that lens, and it's very difficult for me to kind of like not understand other people. I understand it, but it's hard for me to explain it because I feel like in my head it doesn't even make sense. Definitely some things are easily replaceable, but other things just aren't. But also, too, it's like, if you can find, if you take 100%, whether it's a day, a week, a month, a year, if you make even half of that higher protein, lower calorie items that taste 85% as good, that leaves so much more room with no other changes, no other workouts, no other anything else, to enjoy all those things that you'd want to have. But also too, like, that's kind of the thing with like dieting, is like, I feel like where most people go wrong with diets is they don't eat things on their diet that they'd want to continue eating once they're done, quote unquote, dieting. Like, people will be like, oh, I gotta struggle right now, then go back to what I was eating before. It's like, okay, that makes sense for the time, but like logically it doesn't make sense, because it's like, oh gosh, guys, Foot Champs was an absolute pain. Just finished the games. I never want to touch this again. But then next week you go right back onto Foot Champs, and you're like, oh, I hate this game so much. I don't get why I play it. Why are you doing it then? It's the rewards, man. I just gotta stop. Hey, listen, you might not like League SBCs, but if you learn League SBCs, you'll probably get better rewards, but less time doing that thing you hate opens up more opportunity for time doing things you actually love. You can play Div Rivals, you can play a drop-in match, you can do Foot Champs and quit whatever you want without feeling like you need that. Something you need to do for life, so you just can't think like, okay, I have to eat this for several weeks and then go back to your bad habits of eating schedule. Yeah. And like, also too, it's like, I know for me, my reason changes all the time, but I think a lot of people don't have a reason they want to do said thing, and it's hard for them to stick to it then. Because it's like, for me, I mean, I can explain mine real quick. One of my like biggest reasons for like fitness and like working out and stuff is just like, one, from a faith perspective, like I feel like I'm just blessed to have my body still be working. Like, I thought for sure there's a point in my life I was going to be paralyzed and never able to walk again with concussions. Like, I was this close to landing on the wrong part of my neck. That could have been way worse. So it's like, every day I can even kick a football is a blessing. Every day I can walk is a blessing. I don't want to take any of that for granted. But then like also too, like long term, it's like, hey, I want to hopefully one day have a wife and kids. I want to be a husband and father. I want to be able to live my life long enough where I can become a grandparent then. Can I be able to pick up my kids? Can I be able to pick up my grandkids? What examples do I want to set for them? And it's like a lot of those things are driving me towards, okay, if I'm building my day-to-day around those sort of things, it's going to be a lot easier to stick to this. What sounds better? Not like as a one-off, but it's like, what sounds better? Eating like this super high calorie dessert every single day, or having like next year 30 more pounds I have to lose. It's like, that doesn't sound as appealing to have 30 more pounds to lose. How many crossings have you done? We've done well over 500. I have almost 500 saved, so I have a bunch of League SBC packs we have to work through. I could get this to 1,000 easily just by opening the small rares and converting, But I'm trying to do more League SBCs and stuff as well for that difference. It's a very nice thought. Thank you. Spent around 2.5 million on store packs and got nothing compared to coins lost, but I'm building back at 500k. Nice, man. That's a great life spirit, man. I mean, like, I feel like it is nice and it is motivating, but like, there's also like the struggles in that too. Like, I feel like the less sexy thing to talk about, but like the true part of that too is like, you can have all the motivation in the world, but not every day you're going to feel the motivation, right? You're going to have the discipline kick in. You're going to have to, there's days I'll work out and I'm feeling like $1,000,000. And there's other days I'm working out and I feel like my life is completely falling apart. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know who I can rely on, who I can trust. I don't know what's going on with my job. I don't know what's going on with my friendships. I don't know what's going on with my family. I don't know what's going on with content creation. And it's like, I feel like that's the most difficult part is like one area of your life can be going really well, but then 3 other areas can just crumble behind the scenes. And then still trying to find a way to have the willpower and discipline to continue doing the things you know you're supposed to do, right? I'm not saying like you have to be perfect in that or that I'm perfect, but it's definitely one of the most satisfying feelings in the world when it's like you feel like absolute butt cheeks. You feel like everything's going wrong and you can convince yourself, you know what? Everything is going wrong. Everything sucks right now. I bet this workout's going to suck even more. But guess what? If I get to the end of this workout and I somehow survive, if I can get my brain to a point where it's like I'm working out so hard or I'm doing something so that's physically demanding, my brain's going to shut off. It's not going to be thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow. It's in the moment right now. I need to survive this. And then once you survive that, you're like, whew. Things actually aren't as bad as they seem. Let's talk about food. Made me eat the leftovers of that rice I was saving for lunch tomorrow. Dude, I had a tub and a half of Greek yogurt today, man. I probably still have to eat before the game, to be honest. Yeah, but that's literally the circle of life. Without feeling low, you wouldn't know what it feels like to be happy. Same in the motivation you have. Yeah, it's like, yeah, man. It's not even a secret. I love kind of low moments of my life. And I feel like if I'm being completely blunt with you guys, this year's probably been one of the hardest years of my life. I've dealt with a lot of death around me in the past year or so. I've dealt with a lot of things in my personal life where I thought things were going to go one way and it went another. That has left me like seriously questioning many things about like what I want in the future, where I feel like my life is going. And it has been to the point where it's almost so overwhelming. It's like you don't know what else to do. And being able to like be in that, get through it, and like see the other side is just such a blessing. Because it's like in those lowest moments, I felt God still working in those. In those lowest moments, I can still look at things around me and be like, this was a blessing that I didn't even realize. Like, I've met some of my greatest friends through the worst time periods of my life. I've met a lot of you guys through content creation during times where it's like, I could be having the worst day. And like, same thing with working out. Be like, I have no motivation to stream right now. I'm going to just boot up a live stream though. We'll go live for a half an hour. I can quit after a half an hour. Let me just go live for a half an hour. And there'll be some days where like, some of you will come and chat, and not to get too emotional, but like, I've had people send messages, and I won't say names because privacy reasons, but like, there have been people over the years that have reached out, and it's like, hey, like, I appreciate the community you have, like, you guys, I'm not saying it's me, but like, there's specific moments where it's like someone was having such a bad day, such a bad week, such a bad year, that they genuinely were contemplating suicide. And either this stream, this community, just like chilling, opening up about these things, felt like it genuinely saved their life in the moment. And it's like, when you've felt that as well, one, I want you guys to be happy with that, because it's like, I know it's kind of cringe to say like, oh, you're playing a video game and you're watching someone online play a video game. What's the point of that? But like, you don't even see the name in chat. There might be someone watching right now that's just chilling, having the worst day of their life. And someone making a comment about Everton being a trash football club, and then the other person saying Liverpool's a trash football club, making someone laugh, giving them like hope in that moment. It is such a beautiful thing. And it hits so much deeper when you've been in those moments too. Because it's like, dang, like, yeah. Sometimes that is all it takes to turn it around. Wasn't enough eggs in it anyways. Gives me an excuse to make more tomorrow. Come with sad news. My girlfriend's house got destroyed last night with the South Carolina wildfire. Oh, man. Thankfully, they got out with their dogs, too. Jeez, dude. I'm sorry. How's she doing, man? That must be tough, dude. Is that her child? If that's her childhood home, too, there's probably a bunch of, like, memorabilia and photo albums. Bro, I'm sorry, man. How are you doing, dude? I don't really have low energy at the moment, but I really love to be in the chat and have a convo. It's just a nice place. I seriously laugh a lot when I'm in the chat and I feel good. Dude, it's such a mix too, man, right? Because it's like some days it'll just be straight memes and like messing around, kind of chilling, and then like other days like today's, it's just like I start with 2 Div Rivals matches, we sweat out, we make some packs, and then we're just talking. It's not her childhood home, but it was her own home. It was the first house she bought herself. The important thing is everyone's safe. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, brother. It sucks she lost the house, but I think it'd be much worse if she lost the other things too. Dang. And like, just like that, dude, it puts things into like perspective as well. It's like, I know people can have hard times and not have to compare, but it's like, when I hear something like that, I genuinely feel bad, but like, it makes me look at my own life, and it's like, dude, I was mad today because a Excel file that I was working on at work took more work and more time than I thought it would, and that ruined my mood for the moment. The most important part. Is this a common thing in the U.S.? Depending on where you live in the U.S., there can be really bad fires in places. I would point to California as probably one of the places where probably got more worldwide attention over the past few years, but yeah, that's relatively common in different places. In the Midwest, especially like where I live, you get a lot of tornadoes, you get a lot of blizzards or a lot of snow that can do stuff as well. It was so ironic and crazy how just about an hour or so previously she told me about the fires going on. I said, oh, it's not going to happen to you. The karma of that sentence a few hours later is crazy. Yeah, but like also too, it's like when it's not happening to you, you genuinely don't feel like it could be you until it does happen. It's like, yeah, that sucks, dude. Hey, well, if you need anything, man, feel free to reach out. DMs are open, Discord's open. Getting mad over XL is so valid. Dude, XL, getting mad over that is valid. Yes, 100%. There are some things in XL where... Okay, I'll explain the one. So, without like saying too much about like my company and stuff, essentially what I was doing was I had a filter on the Excel spreadsheet for over 100 of the products that I was working with. So each product had things I had to add. But the things that I would add, let's say I'm on product number 1. I need to add 1 or 2 things, quick. Product number 2, 2 or 3 things, quick. Product number 3, 5 things, okay. Product number 4, 10 things, but 3 of them we don't currently have in our system, and I have to come back and research. So I will, as a colorblind guy, mark it a different color that I can see the difference and then come back to later. And then once you're through with like the 100 products, there'll be a time where you go in and you're researching each individual product to see, okay, does this need to be updated? Can we get this in our system? And you're doing that research for that one, not knowing that there's 5 other ones that have that same issue, but you've spent so many times in the other areas, you can't see it. So then you have to filter everything back together to get everything together, everything color-coded, everything in the same area to see all the same things that need to be updated. But not only that, you go to like research it, and then it's like, okay, well, it's not selling in the US. It's selling in Germany. It's selling in Italy. But we can't have it in our system unless it's in the US. So I need to know, is this in the US? Is this in the US? Google it. Find their site. Not information there. Not information there. In a project that's supposed to take a little bit amount of time, you end up having it take an insane amount of time researching. Anyways. Thanks for opening up about this, dude. For me as well, just chilling in the street makes me smile on sad days. Thank you in the chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. I'll be honest, guys. It's... Say what you want about, like, FIFA Ultimate Team, the game dying, yada yada. I don't like... Not when, like, the viewership is down or the numbers are down, because I don't want it to sound like a self-centered thing. I love our community. Regardless. But it really does suck when it's like I feel like our community isn't talking to each other as much or around as much because the game sucks. Like, I wish it was the case that was like, hey, people have stuff going on in their life. They're busy. That's why we can't do this. But the game is amazing. But it's because the game sucks that makes it more difficult, because it's like, we have all these people coming despite it being bad. And that's awesome too. But it's like, let's be honest, even now, it's like I've been live for 2.5 hours. I got to get ready for my football match soon, so we probably got to wrap it up in the next 20, 30 minutes. I probably am not making packs as fast as I want to, or even grinding as much as I want to, because I'm kind of hitting my limit for the day. It really sucks. We have exactly nothing here in the Netherlands. We're in an assignment there the other day and only realized it 2 hours before it was due. Spent 30 minutes contemplating life. Dude, the greatest lock to fix it. The amount of assignments I had in college that I didn't realize were due at midnight, and I was like hanging out with people, and it was 10:30, and I had to get to my apartment and lock in with like less than an hour left. And you see, it's crazy what the human mind can do when you have an assignment that is multiple pages, and you see that clock is running down, and you see it's a percentage of your grade that you need. You can't take a 0 on this. You can't get an F. You can't cheat. You can't do any of this. What do? Lock in. Get some caffeine. Get some food. Little knuckle back and forth. Little neck action. Pause. Lock in, baby. Best feeling was when you would, like, buzzer beater. It'd be like 11:59. Send. Boop. Send. I had that one time, and I didn't realize it was due the next day at midnight. And I freaked myself out for nothing. And I turned it in. I was like, oh, I had 23 more hours. Your mumbo quick, how can... I mean, we can talk about that. I think it'd be better if we Discord DM, brother. You want to send me a Discord message? I can explain that more there. Mumbo's future kid's going to ask, Daddy, have you ever gone mad? Let me tell you, Mumbo Jr., about this Excel document. I'm not going to tell him about foot champs. I'm going to tell him about Excel documents. Guys, that's not going to be an issue, though. Claude is going to completely wipe that out. It's going to do all your work for you. Well, Mumbo, if you need anything or someone to talk to, you definitely can, too. You don't have everything alone when you feel... No, I appreciate it, buddy. And I'm not alone. I don't want that to sound like I have no one or nothing, but like I think we can all relate to being in time periods of your life where even if you have those things, it just feels like you don't. And that's, I think, the craziest thing, because it's like when it's happening to you, you're just like blinded, right? Your emotions are in it. You're in a situation where you feel like everything is that much worse, and you don't have like the outside perspective of like everyone else around you. But yeah, I say all that to like tell you guys, like, yeah, it's when I'm live every single day, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and you don't always have to act like it is either. What was gonna program a robot to do SBCs? I mean, Pale Tools, Foot Genie, all these things already. Pretty soon, there's gonna be like Gemini and ChatGPT where you can install it into it. I saw someone take Claude, and they told Claude to open Minecraft, and they put Minecraft on a pause screen, and they're on sand, and they're like, Claude, go excavate some dirt. And Claude said, like, it'll go and do that. And it went to go excavate dirt, but instead it unpaused the game and just walked itself into the water and killed itself. It's like, oh, yeah, maybe these things aren't going to take our jobs yet. AKA, we got Pale Tools at home. So true. So true, King. Even I feel this market's manipulated, man. Like, how do we have so many cards that aren't even anywhere near in packs anymore, constantly listed for discard? Like, you'd feel like enough of these would Evo over time, enough of these would fodder over time, then these would disappear. I was gonna say something else though. I was like, oh, crap. 1 second. Let me think of it. Shoot. Don't you guys hate when that happens? Like, we were talking about something deep. I had something deep to say, but then I forgot. Shoot. Your friends be like, hey, Mumbo, why were you on PlayStation all night? Mumbo just tells them it was actually his AI-controlled robot doing FC stuff for him. A lot of the people in my life not only know about, like, content creation and streaming, but, like, some of them actually actively watch. They'll be lurking in the background. I have one of my good friends. He's in my Bible study, goes to my church. He's one of the ones I went to the fish fry with on Friday. He'll literally, because he'll send a text and I don't look at my text normally when I'm streaming, if I have my Apple Watch on, I'll be like saying something in chat and he'll text me. Like, we'll be having a Messi Ronaldo debate. And like, all of a sudden I'll get a text and it'll be him. And it's, actually, I think Messi's a far better player, but Ronaldo gets way too much hate. It's like, oh, he's watching. Nice. What time are you thinking tonight? You know what else is deep? The financial ruin that Tottenham's going to be in the championship. Can I remember what I was going to say? Oh, I don't think this was exactly it, but it's something like it. One of the cool things I will say, though, and it's something like, if you guys were ever deciding to do content creation, and your, like, ambition is to do it just, like, for money or to get as many viewers or subs as possible, that's, like, one thing. But, like, one of the cool things I feel like with our community over the years, and just whether it was Call of Duty, whether it was Minecraft, whether it was Overwatch, whether it was FIFA, whether it was EAFC, whether it was football, whether it was fitness. I feel like one of the cool things is you have a community long enough. Like, we've been doing this for now, 10 years? I started making YouTube videos and doing some sort of live streams with Black Ops 3 in 2016. We have people that have watched me from that time to now that were either like my age, so they were 18 in 2016, and they're now the same age, or like when I was in college, they were watching and they were in middle school, and now they're out of college or in college. And you get all these cool things where it's like, yo, Mumbo, I don't know if you remember me. I used to watch you back when you played Minecraft for a week 5 years ago. Thought I should let you know. Got my master's degree. I'm doing this now. It's such a weird but cool feeling. It's like, oh, like, yeah, these people actually have lives, but they're also like getting older too. Like, there's going to be one day where Footmaster is going to be a adult with a family and kids and a job. And he's going to be talking about that. And we're going to be like, dude, weren't you struggling to bid on Lib players? Lib and Sud players? This is the same man? You are the vice president of the company you work for? But you didn't know what a League SBC was? You didn't know how to hit submit? What? Friend who had like 100K on TikTok like last month just got up and deleted his channels and content he made for the past 7 years to train to be a police officer without telling anyone. And like the thing is, it can all change so quickly too, right? You have cases where people will build up something and either it takes years to build up and then they no longer want to do it and they delete it all. Or someone starts tomorrow and they get thousands of followers. Or they change careers and they don't want like stuff on the internet. There'll be a day where Footmaster as a father is crazy. Yeah. But even like, think of like 4 years, man. Like 4 years doesn't seem like a lot of time in the moment, but it's crazy how much time passes. Like, we're in FC26, right? FIFA 22, FIFA 23 didn't feel that long ago. You have people that were in high school that are now in college or uni or just got out. Those sort of things. I would get thousands of followers if I started tomorrow. Just wanted to leave some for you. I appreciate you being so considerate, man. It takes one moment to have one viral clip and then your life changes. But like also the thing too, and like I don't know if anyone else deals with this. I feel like a lot of people have the, whether it's a fear or not, I would call it the fear of being perceived, where the idea of them making content or being able to like make money from it, getting sponsorships, getting like a community from it is cool, but they don't want like the people in their life to know about it or to run into people who would either give them hate or all that stuff. And like genuinely the funny thing about that, and like I go through cycles of that with myself too, it's like I could stream every single day, say what's ever on my mind and have no fear in the world, but if you told me to like post, let's say, a fitness clip to my Instagram, that would be, or like a talking clip where I'm just saying physical words to my Instagram for like friends and family to see, it'd be like, oh, that's a little bit more difficult to potentially want to do. Whether or not I could do it or want to do it or get a community from it, it's like a different story. It's like different pros and cons, different aspirations. But like truly, in the nicest way possible, like people do not care. Not in the sense of like people don't care about you, but I feel like what you think people might be thinking about you is not true at all. If they saw that on their feed, they'd see it for a second. It's like, oh, is that dude a content creator now? Cool. Or, oh, I didn't know he did that. Interesting. Or, oh, that's what he's up to. Huh. And then they don't think of it ever again. But like in your head, you might be like, oh, but what if they hate it, man? Ugh. Guys, listen. I know it's going to sound crazy. What if someone clicked into the stream and they didn't like League SBCs? I don't think I can do League SBCs anymore. Oh. What would I do if my mom knew I was doing League SBCs? Oh. I think she would disown me, man. If you say one thing out of context or line, you'll have the whole internet against you. You could. But also, too, like, that whole situation, like, context is important. Even if you get quote-unquote canceled, it's only for a limited amount of time usually. It's not as bad as you think it is in the moment. I'd love to make content and seriously considered it, but I'm just too embarrassed or something for the people I know. Something that I would have you guys consider. I'm not saying you have to do it or I'm going to hold you accountable to it. But, like, if you're in that place, try to make, like, a private either Instagram or YouTube. And if you feel, like, the inspiration to do something, just post it and never make it public. Like, do a live stream private. If you want to try a trading video, do a trading thing and have no one know about it. Like, one of my favorite ones to talk about, I can show you real quick. It's going to be copyrighted if I play it, so I can't actually play it. But if I go to this channel, it's crazy how things change over time, because remember how I said I started this YouTube channel but basically 10 years ago on Black Ops 3, and that was my community for years, was Call of Duty, and then we eventually made the transition. It's cool how things align and come back together, because this was a channel I had when I was a child. 8 Readman 8, 12 subscribers, back when Thiago Silva played on PSG, so I watched every game of him. But look what I was doing. With zero context of doing this in the future, of doing this down the line, I was trading with silvers. I was trading with contracts. I was trading with chem styles. I was trying to get to 1 million coins. I was sniping. 10 years later, guess what came back? Is that cool? It's like, I came back to FIFA out of passion for football, wanting to talk football, wanting to grind the menus, because it was something as a child I loved doing. I didn't think of it as like, I'd love to make money from this one day, I'd love to have a community. It just out of like pure passion, it ended up coming back. And it ended up coming back because what happened with Call of Duty was not what I wanted. Call of Duty as a game was dying off. The community was dying off. The fun was dying off. And in my head, I'm like, I only pictured myself in the future doing Call of Duty. My whole future for content creation was built around this. If this doesn't work out, I'm screwed. Like, what am I supposed to do now? Little did I know, it led to what we have now. And honestly, probably the only reason a lot of you found the channel in this community is through this game. Or variations of this game, whether it's FC26, 25, 24, FIFAs. And like, how cool is that? That I had to have something not go the way I wanted to inevitably get what I wanted without realizing it. So I'm hearing that I should become Ireland's Nick Fuentes because who cares what others think? I mean, you could. I'm the exact same as Jasper, but I also feel like I would only like to make commentary opinion dump, and I'd talk about would be political issues, which would be horrible. Political issues aren't a horrible idea. I follow a lot of different political channels that do it. I think you have to set expectations though, because politics is very polarized. So the way you go about making videos, the way you go about making a community is going to be a lot more hyper fixated on what you say and what you do than the actual thing itself. So it's like you making a YouTube short, you making a video, even if you don't have a huge community, yeah, might have a lot more eyes on it to hate watch than someone watching someone do League SBCs. But again, if you want to go through the process of like creating that content and never uploading it, I do think there's a beauty in learning how to edit a video, how to make a thumbnail, go through those motions, get those reps in, kind of like if it was fitness. If you were training to become a professional footballer, whether or not you would think you'd end up getting there, from the time you're in academy to the time you end up quitting or you get told no and you retire, you're going to be pushing to make that happen. You don't know specifically which club you'll go to. You don't know where that opportunity is going to come, but you prepare for it. Maybe it's not content creation in the form of politics, but it's Ireland's football team you get really passionate about. Maybe Ireland not only makes the World Cup, but Parrott has the most insane breakout performance of a player in the history of the World Cup ever. Ireland gets to the World Cup semifinals, and it's a historic thing. You have a million thoughts on it. Because you were doing commentaries behind the scenes and focusing on that skill, learning how to edit, learning how to make a thumbnail, it aligned perfectly with your interest in this thing now, and the opportunity presented itself in a way you never thought was going to happen, and you decide to upload that, and boom, it takes off. And then before you know it, you're an Ireland football commentator, and then you're a football commentator, and then you are the voice of Ireland. You're this, you're that. And then if you want to get into those things eventually, more people know about you, so maybe you have more of a niche in that area. So it's like anything could happen with those sort of things. Three rules of the internet: be thick-skinned, don't talk about politics, genders, and don't talk to kids if you play Minecraft. Minecraft YouTubers forever getting canceled for speaking to minors will forever be a thing. Alright, I just realized I probably have to wrap up soon. Any last things you guys want to talk about? Any, like, big things you want to talk about for that would take a few minutes? Or can we slowly start wrapping up? We'll be live for like an hour-ish on Thursday as well, and then we'll do one on Friday too. Is the chem style your only coins method? No. So that's my big long-term investment method. Trading and flipping is something I'm doing with them short-term, and we have videos on kind of both of those things for chem styles. We do League SBCs for profit every single day, which is continuously making coins. I'll flip informs and I'll flip special cards, and those are like the other things I do too. So, like, in terms of packs, I'm never going to run out of packs. We have endless League SBC packs. We're making endless crafting packs. We're making coins from the League SBCs. We're making coins from these other areas. Yeah, that's like the main stuff right now. There's for sure virtue to it. It's not ironic at all play Minecraft, meaning talking to miners, because they do the most time mining. Do you invest? Yes. Are you talking IRL or FIFA? I do both. I'm essentially, if you want to talk about both real quick, I'm treating chem styles as my retirement portfolio. I'm making enough money and I have my income in multiple places that I don't have to rely on one set thing. And I'm making my investments so large that even if it doesn't get as high as I want, I'm guaranteed retirement. I'm just trying to get that number as soon as possible and as high as possible, while taking risk in other areas and passively making coins in other areas. All these items to talk about, but we talked about enough big topics for today. Yeah, we can talk about more of this stuff in the future. That's like another thing too. A lot of you guys probably, if you're here recently, we're here for like an hour and then we end the stream. So like we do the dailies, we open some packs, and it doesn't get much deeper than that. The longer streams, when we get to like 2, 3, 4 hours, that's when all the good commentary and the back and forth and the community really comes in. My retirement fund will be a promo pack, i.e. the casino. Honestly, Mumbo's a proud buyer of Dogecoin. I loved Dogecoin back in the day. Elon Musk was good to me, I'll just say that. Alright, but take it easy, guys. God bless. Have a good rest of your night.